Hey guys, today let's solving Leetcode question 3229. So you're given two positive integer arrays, nums and target. You can select any subarray from nums to increment or decrement each element with subarray by 1. So return the minimum number of operations to make this two array equals. Let's take a look at the examples. So we're giving nums, which is 3, 5, 1, 2, and we have target 4, 6, 2, 4. So we can increment every element by 1, which gives us 4, 6, 2, 3. And after that, we can increment the last index by 1, which gives us the target array. So if we can take a look at the this both array to make a difference between them, so we can have, we're using the target array to subtract the number array. We can get 1, 1, 1, and 2. So if we draw a graph, we can see it's 1, 1, 1, and 2. So from this picture, we can see if it wants to change all of these elements to 0, we have to first we may need to decrease 2 by 1, so we get all the elements as 1. Then we can just subtract 1 for the whole array, right? So if we start from 0, we can see if you go up by 1, it's gonna go 1. And since 1 to 1, there's no difference. And you go up by 1, this is another 1. So right now when you're hitting 2, if you want to go back to 0, you have to subtract 2 to go back to 0. Right, let's take another examples. So for this one, we can get 2 minus 1 by, which is 1. This is -2. And we can have, this is 2. So if we start from 0, we go up by 1, and we go down by -3, and we go up by 4, and if we want to go back to 0, we have to go down by -2. If we take a look at this graph in the array, we can see we start from 0, and we have 1, -2, and 2, and 0. Right? So the difference between these two is gonna be 1, and these two, -3. This 2, since you -2 to 2, which is 4, and this one is -2. If you're looking closely, you can find out this 4 number added up, which is 0, which means we start from 0, we take this tracking this slope, and at the end we're gonna hit back to 0 again, right? So like how many operation do we need to from 0 to 0? If we take a look of this array, we can see we can have a positive, which is 1 plus 4, which is 5, and we have negative, which is negative 5. So in either way, you need minimum operation, which is 5 or negative 5. So you can also say it also works for this arrays. The positive number is gonna be 1, this is 0, 0, 1, this is negative 2. So the positive is gonna be 2 and negative number is gonna be negative 2. So if we jump back to the code, so the first thing we want to see the difference, which we have an array, and we have the results for the number of operation, which is initial to 0. So the first thing you want to subtract nums from target. So for I in range length of nums, you want to do diff the append target at I, subtract the nums. So once you have it, you want to add both 0 at each end. So I'm gonna do 0 plus diff. So and we're gonna track the whole array, the difference array, to get the difference between each index. So we want to do for I in range length of we'll do from index 1 to length of differ. So the current differ is gonna be diff I minus diff I minus 1. So we only want to track either positive or negative values. So we can check if this current is bigger than 0. So we can just add it to our result. And after that, we can just return the result. Let's just submit it. So you can see this solution is pretty efficient. If you guys like this solution, please like and subscribe. Thanks.